Today we are hanging out with Zora and Rene from BLACKBRIAR. Zora, Rene, what's going on in your lives right now?
We're still working very hard right now on finalizing the album and all the music videos. We're doing some photo shoots and stuff, and then yeah, time is it's passing by very quickly right now,
We
and
have
it's
something very, very cool planned for the release day in August. Oh, it's August already, but yeah,
yeah,
the 22nd of August. So that's been on our minds. Yeah, the album, I guess.
yeah, exactly.
And the upcoming tour as well, preparing it. And
So definitely, yeah, a lot going on for you guys to be excited about, but yeah, also no doubt anxious as well. As said, the wait, the calm, perhaps before the storm.
oh, definitely. I don't know how it's for Renee, but I'm always pretty nervous as well for these kinds of things. So excited and nervous.
Yeah, I'm not so much nervous. I do hope everybody will like the album, but it's always a good moment to have it out there because we've been working on this so long that and we've been hearing these songs for months and months already. So yeah, it's for me it's like I cannot wait for it to be out. And because usually that means that we got it all done. And that's what a feeling that I very much like, getting stuff done.
Get it checked off your list, and as you said, finally being able to put it out there for the world to listen to and enjoy. Um,
Exactly.
Work that you've been, as you said, putting a considerable amount of time and effort into. So having, that perspective of, giving, birth, going through the pains of creating the art, then to the, direct interpretations of the audience that they get with the finished product.
Yeah, I mean, was this album how do you say it? A painful birth? I'm thinking it wasn't that bad, right?
The
We
recording process was a bit heavy because we just got
yeah.
back from tour and we all got very sick on this tour. So yeah, it was heavy to record it, but the whole process of the writing the album was actually very nice, I think.
Yeah,
Right?
we had some fun.
Yeah.
This was actually the first time where we decided to do a writers camp with all of the band. So before that idea popped into our heads, we it was usually mainly Sora and myself writing all the songs from start to finish. And for this album, we really wanted to, go back in time a little bit, go back to our very first EP, the Fractured Fairy Tales EP, and try to get inspired by all the things that inspired us back then. So we went back to the house where we filmed Until Eternity, and we had all of the band out there, and it was yeah, a different dynamic and a different way of writing the music, but it was we didn't necessarily write all the songs together, but we focused on one or two songs with the whole band to see if that would work for us. And yeah, I must say, The Hermit and the Lover. I'm not sure if you've heard the album already, but The Hermit and the Lover is one of the songs that actually, yeah, was basically worked on by the whole band. So, and I think you can hear it.
Awesome. So yeah, I was given access to the album, so I have had it playing away in the background today while I, studied up and learned a bit more about your band. I'll have to go back and pay particular interest to those two tracks. Names sounding very tarot cardy to me, just
Yeah, it
off the
is.
top of my head.
It is a reference to the tarot cards, yeah.
It's kind of a hallmark of yours, and you mentioned it before a bit, Renee, about the name of that first EP, the fairy tale, the sort of folklore and fantasy side that sits and breathes, lives within your music as well. This particular album is called A Thousand Little Deaths, and in particular, so what I really did focus on was the four clips that you've put out. So I'm already sort of jumping ahead to the harpy, but I noticed, immediately that the opening lines from the harpy were, "I've died a thousand little deaths." So it then made me wonder, was that like you had a name for the album already, and then you thought, hey, maybe that's a sweet vocal to add, or was the album named from that line in the song?
The album was named from the line in the song. Yeah, I wrote Harpy first, and then I saw this line. I thought, this is it. It was the earliest I knew until now. Yeah, usually we. I can't find my words. I'm sorry.
Take your time. Usually we have the album title is part of a song lyric. At least that was the case for the Cause of Shipwreck as well, because that was I think Weakness and Lust was a line. Is that correct, Sor?
Yeah, it
You're
was
right.
also from a
Yeah.
song. Yeah, yeah.
So when we did the EPs, the Fractured Fairy Tales EP does not necessarily have a line of a song in it, but it was a song on the EP, Fractured Fairy Tale. And for We'd Rather Burn, we had a song, I'd Rather Burn. So you know we've been mixing it up a little bit, but Sora likes to take a line from a song that resonates at that moment, and I believe for this specific title, it really felt like because Sora said, I think I have it. This is a thousand little deaths, and it would represent all the songs on the album and the
Yeah,
whole
because
vibe. And
I've mentioned death a lot in the songs as well. I noticed myself. So when I saw this line I wrote from this song, I thought, yeah, this is it.
yeah, exactly.
So
So yeah, that's where it came from.
yeah, the line that perfectly encapsulates the entire album.
Yeah.
So with the film clip as well for Harpy, it's animated. Have you ever been animated before, or was animation something that you are excited to add to the repertoire of amazing videos that you guys have made and put out?
We've done it once before with a song called Selkie, and yeah, we thought it was so much fun. People loved it as well, so we really wanted to do it as well again for this album. We actually wanted to do it for the previous album as well, and make it a
Yeah,
thing, but that didn't
yeah.
work out. But we try to, yeah, it's something we love to do as well with our amazing artwork designer.
Yeah, he's been doing it since day one, actually. So he drew everything from the logo to the artwork for the EPs, the albums, the t-shirt designs. He drew everything. So it was only natural for us that he would also draw if we would do it an animation video. So what he did was he hand draw every single image you see, and we had another person on board that would actually animate it. So these two videos, Selkie and this one on this particular album, Harpy, is it's actually a full-on manual hand thingy process. So there's no AI or whatever. So it's actually something that yeah, we're very proud of. That it took a lot of time to make it, and obviously, it's not us who actually draw it. So credits for Alip and Dimi here. But yeah, they did an amazing job. We did edit the video ourselves, but all the footage basically was made by those two amazing artists. Yeah, it's very cool. I like doing that kind of stuff.
And I also noticed at the start of Harpy that it essentially continues directly on from one of the other singles and film clips that you've put out for The Fossilized Widow. Uh, with that one as well, at the start, the band members look like they're off on like maybe a ghost hunt or something and holding up a newspaper that has the legend of the frozen widow written on it. Is that a original legend of your creation, or is it based off the established folklore from the Netherlands?
No, it's just from my imagination. Yeah. And this newspaper, we actually made it available as a limited edition as well. So some people actually have it at home. It's very cool. And yeah, they are doing a ghost hunt. We went all the way to England for this. They have all of the best haunted mansions you can get,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, it was amazing to make this video.
Do you recall which mansion that you used for it? Because it is a stunning looking location.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we found a couple of locations online for this video, and the only problem was everything was either being renovated or just too basically broken down to film there. So it was, and then we found this one. And the funny thing is, there was actually some other artists that have already been there, but we didn't know about that. So we went there and we did our thing. And then at the end, this dude said, "Hey man, this band was here, that band was here," and we're like, "Oh yeah, we could imagine it because it's so beautiful. It's, yeah, it's out of this world. You know, it's not nothing like 2025. Massive walls, big rooms. Every room is bigger than our house, for example. It is." Amazing. And yeah, I mean, the vibe was there. We had some bats flying around, and you know, we had a lot of fun out there. It wasn't hard to pretend to do some ghost hunting out there. Let's call it that. I
Yeah,
think there were some ghosts.
I think they actually do ghost hunts over there because that's how I found the place. I
Yeah,
searched for places where you could go for a ghost hunt, and this one popped up. So it was very fitting.
And maybe next time they go there ghost hunting, someone might catch a glimpse of the frozen widow.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
exactly, exactly.
It was
We like to think that we left her there.
Yeah, yeah.
another sort of funny take I had from that film clip as well is that you're using a Ouija board throughout it. But when I say we using, your hand doesn't move, the Ouija board doesn't move. And I thought that's, a little bit strange because the whole point of the Ouija board is that the spirits would essentially be moving your hand. But then it was later that I cottoned on the whole frozen part.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's stuck.
Yes. We actually have a funny story with the Ouija board when
Oh,
traveling back to the Netherlands.
yeah.
I think you can tell best,
Yeah,
Rene.
when we traveled back to the Netherlands, imagine we had our car and it was filled with all the film equipment and all the gear and stuff we brought, including the Ouija board. So, and we had to, take a ferry from the Netherlands, from France, sorry,
No,
to England.
England.
Yeah, from France to England.
Oh,
And
really?
yeah,
Okay.
and then we had everything packed up, and I had the Ouija board also in the car. But when we when we got back from the UK to France, basically, we had the Ouija board, in the back of the car. So, and they pulled us out of the line, and they said, "We want to check your car." And I was like, "Okay," so we opened the door, cheat, and then the Ouija board was hanging there. So he was going through our stuff, and then he noticed the Ouija board, and he was like, "Hey mate, is that a Ouija board?" And I said, "Yes." And he closed the door and he said, "You're free to go." It scared him a little bit.
Yeah.
For us, it was just a movie prop, but yeah, he wasn't having any of it.
No.
You'll have to remember that trick next time if you're traveling with well, let's just say anything else. It's a good deterrent.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
Or
exactly.
or maybe you'll have to create a market for little mini travel size Ouija boards.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it was something to think about. I mean, next
Yeah.
time, exactly. If we want to be sure not to be pulled over, if we as a band take on too much merch to a country, whatever, and we don't want to do the custom things, we just bring a lot of Ouija boards.
Yeah, perfect. The next clip I checked out was for I Buried Us. And that clip was very much just focused on yourself, Zora, and hanging out in very frigid conditions in a glass coffin. And yeah, first thoughts was, how was that for you?
Very cold, but we actually were waiting for it to snow out here. And we actually settled on just do it without snow because it wasn't going to come. So, and then on the shooting day we planned, then all of a sudden it started snowing. So
Yeah,
it was like it was meant to be. It was very strange.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
I
it was
remember
very
that.
cold, but worth it, of course. And my dad actually made the glass coffin, so that was very nice as well.
Yeah, I
It's beautiful.
was digging through the comments on the video, and someone I think mentioned something about you not having any breath being
Ah,
visible for so doubting whether you'd actually done it in the cold or not. But then it
yeah,
led to you sharing
Yeah,
that behind the
yeah,
scenes
the
video that I
yeah,
checked out, where it revealed that your father had made the coffin. So yeah, I wanted to ask how did you broach that topic with him? You're like, yo, dad, make me a glass coffin.
He's used to it by now, I guess.
Yeah, he always used to make all the stuff for Zora. No, but
Yeah.
he's very good at all the craft stuff, and he used to have a woodwork shop, and so it comes quite easy to for him imagining the coffin and then figuring out how to build it because he literally built it from scratch. So yeah, amazing job. And there's some nice details on it as well. And we're actually thinking about, I'm not so sure yet myself, but we're thinking about bringing it with us on tour and try to
Yeah.
do
I would
something
love
with it.
to. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. It's quite heavy.
Yeah, maybe you need to look at replacing the glass with perspex or something that's less
Yeah, well,
fragile.
to be fair, it is not real glass because that would make it like twice as heavy. It is already plexiglass, I think it's called out here, um, and yeah, it looks like glass, but it's different.
And then
It's
maybe wrap it in Ouija boards to make it extra
Yeah.
safe.
yeah, exactly.
And the final clip I checked out was for A Last Sigh of Bliss. This one was a bit more of a traditional performance video. So yeah, the first clip of yours I got to see with the entire band rocking out.
Our passion lies in the storytelling music videos, but we also love to do a little performance every now and then to show people that we are in fact a real band, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we got to do this in a very beautiful Dutch castle, which was amazing. Yeah.
Slot sized.
Yeah.
It was usually it's used for weddings and stuff. So it is quite how do you say this? You have to convince them that we could do this stuff out there. So yeah, we had some discussions and the idea, and they were actually quite excited about it. And we actually might return next year because they have an open air theater kind of thing going on there as well.
Yeah.
So we are thinking about maybe doing a show there.
And
But it's a beautiful.
someone was a metal fan who worked there as well,
Yeah,
right? We
yeah,
that
definitely.
was good.
Yeah, that was good. That helped a lot. It
Yeah.
was actually
Yeah.
the how do you say it, the host that worked there, and yeah, a big metal fan. So he was very excited. I saw him peek around the corner plenty of times when we were filming, but for the rest they let us be and do our thing. But it was yeah, it's beautiful. We have a lot of beautiful castles in the Netherlands. Everything is renovated out here. That also makes it. How do you say it? Not like England, it was all broken down and it has a vibe to it, which we love. In the Netherlands, we don't have anything like that. Everything is either renovated or a building is being built there. So that's we don't have a lot of space out here. So yeah, it's a privilege to be able to film in these beautiful locations, but also quite expensive.
Yeah.
But yeah, if it's got the look and the feel then you're
Exactly.
after, then it's got to be the way to go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
And then segueing on the way to go, and you mentioned it a bit before about perhaps carting that glass coffin around with you, that you are going to be taking this show on the road later in the year, your first headlining tour of Europe.
Yes, that's very exciting.
Yeah.
I'm
Also a bit
imagining it
scary.
already. Oh, definitely
Yeah.
scary. Yeah, it's you know, we have a lot to prepare, and we want to do things differently from what we've done in the past, which means getting everybody together and think about what it should look like, sound like, feel like. Sora had some great ideas already, and I think we're gonna be hopefully a different band in terms of the theatrical side of performing and stage presence and stuff like that. Yeah, very exciting.
And we're bringing along Forever Still, which is a band that we've been looking up to since the very start of the band of BLACKBRIAR. So that's very nice to bring them along as our special guests for our first tour.
Yeah, yeah, massively looking forward to that.
Well, I mean, certainly where you're from, there is a huge pedigree of symphonic metal bands, which you definitely get to count yourselves amongst. So yeah, awesome that you get to, I guess, pay it back to the bands that have inspired you and influenced you in the direction that you go with your music as well.
Exactly. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the music that they made that inspired us, but it was mainly, I mean, I love their music, but it was mainly the way they approached their whole band and business, basically. So when we started, we were like, how are we going to afford all of this? It's crazy. You know, we were young, didn't have any money, and no label, but we did have the music that we wanted to record. And then we heard about them that they basically were a do-it-yourself band. So they recorded it themselves. They did everything. They did the music videos themselves, and that's what inspired us to go into the same route. Um, yeah, and then we just started doing everything ourselves. You know, doing the music videos ourselves, recording the first EP at my work back then. You know, in between all the boxes and stuff, we had the drum kit set up, and then we recorded everything. And the only thing that we didn't do ourselves was actually mix it.
I remember I recorded my vocals for the first EP in my bedroom in the closet to, for the sound to be a little bit better, you know, in the
Yeah.
closet with a blanket on top of it, and yeah.
So that's a Fractured Fairy Tale EP, and it's, you know, it has a lot of streams and views. But if you imagine us recording that very wonky tonky in all the wrong places, it's crazy how that can work. But and
Yeah,
now
I'll
we're
definitely
obviously working with Yoast, so that's next level.
yeah, I'll definitely have to go back and listen to that first EP as well. And yeah, think of you, Zora, crammed into your cupboard with all of your dresses,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
thrown out, lying around as you
Exactly.
sing.
You can hear the dresses.
It's what gives it the character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
But otherwise, we're pretty much at time. So thank you so much for hanging us out today and having some pretty fun chats about your album to come out, the tour to come, things you've done in the past. And yeah, you've given me a bunch of things to go back and dive further into the world and the lore of Blackbriar.
Please do,
Thank you so
man.
much.
Appreciate the time you've taken to